All right. So we'll go ahead and get started. You want to create a lot of space around you. Have your hand weights nearby. We're going to start with our warm-up. Then we'll do our hand weights, and then we'll do our yoga stretching at the end. So give yourself some space. We're going to start with a nice light march. Start to put some movement into the feet. Spread the toes a little bit. And then get the knees a little lifted. Maybe start to move the fingers around and the wrists, and then start to swing the arms. Lift the chest, relax the shoulders, and kind of stretch out in the side bodies there. Take some nice deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Let it out through the mouth. We're going to take those arms into some big arm circles. Keep with the deep breathing. Let the knees lift. Other direction. Let the navel pull in. And the spine lengthen. Swing the arms. Let's take our march nice and wide. Making sure the legs are wider than the hips. Get the knees up. And imagine you're upstairs and you don't want to wake the neighbors downstairs. Make it a soft march. Get low. Get the knees up. Deepen the breath here. Feel the legs working hard. You just got a little bit more. So push through. And slowly rise, bring it back in, speed up a little march. And slow it down. Big inhale up. And exhale. Good. Scissor the arms. Wake up the chest and the upper back. Walk your feet a little bit wider. And then we're going to grab our shoulders, stop the feet, around the back, tuck the chin. Elbows push forward, breathe. Send the breath into the upper back. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, chest expansion. Fingers interlace behind the lower back, pushing down and away, lift the heart. Breathe. Open up the chest. 2 more deep breaths here. When you're ready, release. Give everything a shake. Move your neck around. Move your fingers and your wrist. We're going to grab our weights. So you'll want to use light to medium weights. And then maybe have a heavier or lighter set nearby, preferably on your chair, so it's easy to just switch it out. Set position, heels under hips, toes forward or slightly off. Palms face the body. Chest lifted. Breathe. When you're ready, we're going to turn our palms forward and then towards the thighs. Inhale and exhale. And just feel the weight in the hands. Make sure you're not holding your weights too tight. You should be able to wiggle and loosen the grip. Palms face forward and hold. Slow bicep curl all the way up. Slow bicep all the way down. Keep the elbows hugging the body. Isolate that muscle group. And you got one more super slow. The 4 count. 4, 3, 2, 1. Halfway up and hold it there. Wiggle the fingers, loose grip, little pulse. Inch up, inch down. Good, so those elbows are still hugging the body. The heels of your feet are digging into the ground. The navel's pulling into the spine. The grip is loose. The weight should be right around the belly button line. Keep that chest lifted. A few more. 4, 3, 2, hold it there. Slow to the top, halfway down and hold. Slow to the top, halfway down and hold. Give me 2 more just like that. Squeeze. Last one. This one goes all the way down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Give it a little shake. Roll the shoulders. Pull the shoulders up to the ears and down to the floor. Inhale, exhale. Pull them up and hold. And down and hold. Drop one ear to your shoulder. Look down towards your armpit. Breathe. Bring the ear back to the shoulder. Slowly lift the neck, other ear to other shoulder. Look to the armpit. Breathe. Soften around the neck. Ear to shoulder, straighten it out. Give the shoulders a little roll. And all right, side raises. So you want to make sure you have space next to you. We'll start with alternating. One up, one down. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you lower. Okay, so we're going to be doing more repetitions here. So you might feel like your weight is too light, but just give it a minute. If you do need to switch, go ahead. So a good way to know if you have not enough weight here is if you can swing it up here. I definitely don't have enough weight to really strengthen if I was looking on progression. Good. Both arms go up and hold. Let's drop it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring them up and hold. And they go down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, up and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And down. Lift it up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And down. 2 more. Super slow to the top. Give it a pause and release. Again, super slow to the top. And release. Good. Roll the shoulders. So your left weight comes up towards the armpit. Right one slides down towards the ankle. And then switch. So we're lifting and lowering the weights right down the side of the body. Keep it super close to your body. You can even drag along. Try to keep the shoulders as if you were stuck in between 2 panes of glass. So don't lean forward here. You might only go just a little bit. That's fine. So work that flexibility. Breathe. One more on each side. Stand up tall, roll the shoulders. Good. So we're going to take a step back. Watch your space behind you. And then take a step back with your right foot. And go ahead and stay on your tippy toes. And then we're going to hinge forward. So what I want you to focus is on the hinge of the hips. So hinge, shoulders over hips. And then exhale, hinge to that flat neutral spine. Good. So inhale, lift it up. Exhale, hinge. As you hinge, notice that all of your weight goes into that left thigh. You should have a flat neutral spine. You could also do this with your foot down if you need that support. Let's go ahead and hinge and hold. Think about your upper back holding you up, and then drop your weights right under your shoulders. Good. One at a time, you're going to lift your knuckles up towards the sky. Keep the elbows soft. If you wanted, you could do both. Wherever you're at, keep your spine neutral and squeeze those back muscles. Good. Protect the lower back by keeping the belly button pulled in. You got about 5 seconds left. Breathe through it. Quality versus quantity. When you're ready, relax the shoulders, wrist under shoulders, unhinge, step together, shake it out. Roll the shoulders. Drop the chin to the chest, relax the forehead. Deepen the breath. And check the space behind you and take a step back with your left foot. Stay up on the tippy toes. Soften that front knee. That's your standing supporting leg. Make sure the knee's right over the ankle. Shoulders over hips, nice and strong up here. And then we practice the hinge. Good. So we're just hinging. We're waking up that hamstring in your right leg this time. And if it's too much on your tippy toes, you can come down for a flat foot. You could also use no weights. Good. Get ready for your hinge and hold. Find your neutral spine. Drop those weights right under your shoulders. This time, just like we're starting a lawnmower, you're going to pull your elbow up to the sky and release. So you can do it one at a time, or you could do both arms. It's up to you. You decide which one you like. You could also shorten your stance if you have any balance issues, or just stand with your feet together. And squeeze. Feel those two shoulder blades pulling together each time. Good. Breathe through it. Find that strength. Take it to one at a time if you need to. You're almost there. All right, last one. Relax the arms. Unhinge. Step together. Shake it out. Nice work. Drop those weights. Give your hands a shake. Roll your wrist. We're going to take a wide step and squat down and rise. So as you go low, your toes are pointing towards the direction of your toes, a little bit out and away. Push into your thighs to stand up strong. All right, down and hold. Then round your back, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. In here, you can put movement. You can reach and grab your hamstrings if you want a deeper stretch. Feel the muscles kind of pulling all around the spine here. It's just like a standing cat. When you're ready, round and roll to standing, move the shoulders around and shake out the legs. Kind of squeeze the heel towards the glute as you push your hips forward. You can add some arms if you like. Good. All right, grab a quick sip of water. All right. Stay hydrated and then locate your weights. So you want to do a little bit of a split stance for this one, just so that your body is balanced in between your 2 feet. So it's just a little step back. You can have your feet flat. It's a little easier to come onto your toes. The palms are going to face your thighs. Elbows lift up. So it's an upright row. It's really close to the shirt, really close to the body. Think about pulling it up, but use your elbows to lift. Lift. Good. Watch your wrists. You don't want to bend your wrists when they come to the top. You want your wrists to stay neutral. Up and hold. Then we're going to flip our wrists to the ceiling, drop the elbows to the hips. So elbows up, wrist down, and release. So we come up, flip, and flip. So the fingers can relax here, palms up. Good. Last one, flip and hold. This time we press up. We're pressing right above the forehead, so you should be able to look up and locate your weights. You don't want them over your head, so they come down to the collarbone, up above the forehead. So they stay right in front of the body. If you have really heavy weights here, you might have to pull them to the sides. Good, or switch to a lighter weight. Press. Good. And then here's your option. We can squat and press. Squat and press. Good. Last one. Release. The neck a little. Stand up nice and tall. Pull the shoulders up, back and down. Palms forward. Halfway up and hold. Relax the fingers. And we're going to open it up and bring it across. Open. Good. Fingers are relaxed. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Hold it open. Wiggle the fingers and add your pulse. Nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly release. Give the shoulders a roll. Option to drop one weight. For triceps, we're gonna hold the weight. Carefully bring the weight overhead. And then you wanna watch your elbows. They wanna face forward. And we try to stack them over the shoulders if possible. We're just gonna lift and lower the weight. So find that full extension, monitoring the elbows the whole time. I like to move. Try to create the space in your neck. Did a lot of work with the biceps, and now we're focusing on that tricep muscle. Let's add some pulses, halfway and hold. Watch them. Pull your chicken wings in, and then pulse. Good. As the pulse gets heavier and heavier, think about pointing your elbows, squeezing the ears. Deepen the breath. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly lift it up and release. Good. Drop that weight. Give it a shake. Hand forward, fingers down. Gently pull the fingers towards you. Switch hands. Fingers down. And then take that elbow, give the tricep a stretch. Pull the elbow up and over the head. Breathe. Slowly release. And other elbow comes up and over, touch the base of the neck. Stretch the tricep. Maybe stay here, maybe pull the elbow up and over. And release. If everything shake. All right, go ahead and come stand behind your chair. We're gonna come to our tippy toes and then rock to the heels of the feet. So we go from tippy toes to the heels. And getting into the hip flexors. As you come onto the tippy toes, push your hips forward. Onto the heels, stretch out the hamstrings, push your hips back. Last one, hold the tippy toes. Try to use all 10 toes for balance. And then we can try one hand on the hip. Maybe the other one. Maybe the heart. Maybe we can bend the knees and sink down into chair. Good, so you're in chair either on your tippy toes still, maybe you've dropped down into your flat foot, either one works. Navel pulls in, spine is long. 2 more breaths here. Try to push your hips back towards that chair behind you. When you're ready, feet are flat, rise. And exhale, mountain. Good, go ahead and shift over to one foot, lift up the other leg and roll that ankle. Point and flex. Flex and hold. So we're gonna squeeze the legs together and then lift the leg up. You can also use your chair here. Both toes are facing in the same direction. We're using that outer leg to lift and lower. Good, up and hold, and then pulse it out. Good, so really focusing, outer thigh, outer hip, breathe. Slowly release, squeeze both legs together so that the insides of the legs touch. Inhale, reach up, look up, check the balance, breathe. Exhale to the heart. See if you can sit into chair with your legs together. Option to try to go to the tippy toes. Little different when your legs are at different stances. So if this one doesn't work for you, then just go wider. That's fine. And drop the heels, rise, exhale, mountain. Go ahead and release the feet, root down, and the other leg lifts and lowers. We can challenge the balance. We can use the chair. Squeeze that outer leg, lift it up and then control it down. Don't let momentum pull it down fast. Control. Inhale and exhale. Up and hold. Flex the foot and add your pulse. Breathe. Don't be shy to use the chair. Feel that work in the leg. Breathe through it. And slowly release legs together. And go ahead and move your hips. So the legs are together, feet are flat. Move your hips in all the directions. If you need to separate the feet, do so. And then move your hips in all the directions the other way. Good. Feet together or apart, it's up to you. Arms come wide. We're going to take our left hand to our right hip and our right hand to our left hip and just look behind us. Now, if your front shoulder starts to pull up, go ahead and drop it down so that your shoulders are even and we're twisting our spine. Kind of relax the shoulders, lift the heart, breathe. When you're ready, slowly release, switch sides. Try to soften the breath. When you're ready, release. Give the legs a shake. Go ahead and grab some water. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and move our weights off to the side. Finding the space behind our chair to step back into downward facing dog. Give the body a full stretch in your down dog. Bend and straighten the knees. Pedal out your feet. Kind of round your back and arch your back. Maybe look under your armpit in each direction. Really stretch out the spine. And then when you're ready, bend your knees, look forward. We're gonna step with our left foot right to the back of our chair. Turn the right heel, right arm, warrior two. So warrior two, your left toe is facing the chair, your right toe is facing the wall next to you. Your back is flat against. Use the chair. And let the body settle into the pose. Option to stay here. Option to reach up to the sky. Maybe look at past your fingers and check the balance. If you're here, try to lift that lower rib cage and stretch a little more. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, come back to warrior two. So we inhale, reach up, look up, stretch it out. Exhale, warrior two. Go at your pace. If you get dizzy or you don't like it, then don't do it, or go slower. Make a modification. Last one, warrior two and hold. Let's go ahead and straighten the front leg and then push your back hip away from the chair. Then reach forward. You can use your chair to kind of sink down. You could also use your thigh or your shin. Your right hand will be on your hip, maybe up for the sky. Full triangle. You can use your chair. Lots of choices. Take 2 more breaths here, and then we want to use our chair. Stack your knee right over your ankle and slowly rise to warrior two. Use your back leg for support for reverse warrior. Either reaching up or behind you. And take those breaths to bring your body here. And then allow yourself to settle. Let your bones relax in the posture. Try to get to a point where you can imagine that your bones are just floating in the body. Floating in the muscles and the tissues. Exhale, warrior two. Bring the hands to the heart. And watch this front knee. Make sure it's going towards the baby toe. We're going to bring the hands around, interlace them, open up for your chest expansion. Those knuckles are pushing away. You can stay up. If you want to fold, just pull the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe. Make sure you unhinge to rise to standing. Protect your back. Exhale, warrior two. Use the chair. We're going to cartwheel the arm forward. Pivot that back foot. Find your footing. Step back into your downward facing dog. Use your down dog as your resting pose. Find those places that need to be stretched. Gentle movements and deep breaths. When you're ready, bend your knees, look forward. We're going to take a big step with our right foot. Then turn the left heel. Cartwheel the arm, warrior two. And then take a few moments to adjust your stance in your warrior two. The best warrior two, the heel of your foot is in line with the instep. But for balance purposes, your feet can be a little bit off. And that works just as well. The biggest thing here is the front knee. Track it right towards your middle toe or your baby toes. And then press down through the whole outside of that back leg, all the way into the outside of the foot. So we have an external rotation with our front hip, and internal rotation with our back hip. That's the struggle. The shoulders are on that imaginary wall behind us. We're breathing deeply. Finding the space within. Letting the bones settle, letting the breath settle. And start to reach forward. The lower body is going to stay completely still. It's just the upper part that's moving. So we're using our oblique muscles to reach forward past the chair and then turn and reach behind you. Good. Deep stretches, deep breaths. Last one, let's reach forward and hold. And then take your right leg and push it into the floor. Start to straighten it. Push your hips back, and you can use your chair. Use your thigh, your shin. Your hand can go up. You can use your hip. Lots of choices for your triangle. So we do want to create a lot of triangles, a lot of angles with the body here. Breathe into them. If it becomes too intense in that front knee, you can soften it and then push your foot into the ground and try to pull and strengthen the tendons around the knee. Breathe into that left side body. Shoulders pulling back, really opening up that left rib cage. Deepen the breath. To come into warrior two, the knee stacks over the ankle. We press into the floor, rise up. Use your thigh, reverse. This time, open up that right rib cage. Breathe into that lung. Create a lot of space as you deepen the breath. Send that knee forward towards the toes. Exhale, warrior two. And interlace the fingers behind your back. Knuckles away, option to stay here, or humble warrior. You just hinge in the direction of your hips. Make sure you're using your hands to pull the shoulders away from the ears. You want a nice long neck. Nice long breath. Press your feet into the ground, unhinge. Use your upper back to lift you. Exhale, warrior two. Bring the hands to the heart, and then turn both toes to face the same direction. Take a breath here. Good. We're going to shift from left to right. So your option, you can stay up high. You can use your thighs and try to drop the hips a little lower. You can go wider in your stance. You could use the floor. You could start to lift the toes. When you're ready, meet in a wide-legged forward fold. Relax your head and your neck. Hold on to opposite elbows. Place your ears right in between your arms. Release your hands, bend your knees, round and roll to standing. Roll the shoulders. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to hips. Heel toe your feet in. Shake it out. Pull the heels to the glutes. Maybe add some arms. Good. Step your feet together. Inhale the arms out wide. We're going to take our left arm on top first. Give yourself a great big hug. So try to stack the elbows. Option to stay right here, or maybe keep the elbows stacked and just try to bring the palms of the hands together. And if you want, you can bend your knees and try to sit back into that chair here as you lift your elbows. Pull the navel in and breathe. When you're ready, release. Give everything a shake. Neck movements, fingers, wrists, shoulders. Step everything together. Inhale, big embrace, open wide. Thumbs down, and then start to squeeze a giant beach ball behind you. Just squeeze the ball. Breathe. So we did our left arm on top last. We'll do our right. And if you did the opposite, make sure you do the opposite again. Do both arms. So right arm on top. Grab the shoulders. Here's the first stop. You can stay right here and just stretch the upper back right here. This might be enough for you. Just getting those elbows right in the midline. The line right here at the belly button, right in the middle of the body. Maybe we stack the elbows and try to bring the palms together. Maybe we try to lift those elbows. Maybe we try to soften the knees and hips and sit into a chair. Breathing deeply, creating a lot of space in your neck, your throat. Relax your face. When you're ready, release. Give everything a shake. And wiggle the fingers, roll the wrist. And if you need your chair for support, go ahead and stand by it, or maybe a wall. You'll want a little bit of space. We'll start with our right leg as our standing leg. So your left leg is going to make big rainbows with the knee. Lift the knee up and out. Big rainbow motion. And then go the opposite direction. Go out and in. So go ahead and bring it out and step all the way on the outside of your foot. So both of the outside of your feet are together. See if you can root your big toes down and just stand up tall. Nice, and then kick that leg forward, point and flex. Bend and straighten the knee. Bend the knee, open and close. Open it up, and then place the foot on the calf, or maybe the toes rest on the floor like a little kickstand. Watch your right hip, pull it in. For tree pose, make sure you're not on your knee. You want to be below your knee, or you could be above it. Hands to the heart. Maybe they're finding balance. Maybe the chair's supporting. Lots of things to do with your tree. Slowly release the knee forward when you're ready. And shake it out. Heels under hips. Let's do big hip circles this time. So with the space in between your feet, notice the difference. Other direction. Good. If you're using that chair, come around to the other side of it. And standing leg. We're going to lift, roll the ankle. Extend and bend. And open and close. Open and hold. Take it to your tree pose. Find your balance. Steady the breath. Challenge yourself. Lots of things to do to challenge that balance. Of course, the biggest thing is to work on opening the hip, pulling the opposite shoulder back. Once you're there, then the balance comes. When you're ready, knee forward, little baby march. Then we move into those rainbow hips, which could also be small. Other direction. One leg is always easier than the other leg. Bring that leg all the way in. Insides of the feet come together. Try to connect the big toes to the ground. Stand up tall. Relax the feet into the ground. Lift through the hips. Feel the bind in the legs for one more breath. And then we'll kick to release and shake it out. Good. So squeeze the heels to the glutes a few times. And then see if you can reach back and grab on to your hands, your ankle, the sole, or the shoelaces. Bring your knees right next to each other, press your hips forward. Option to find balance. Release when you're ready, shake it out. Other side. Reach back, find a place to hang on. Maybe you're just reaching for it. Try to bring the knees right next to each other, push your hips forward. Soften the quadriceps. Find balance if you like. Most important thing is to stretch the quad. If you can challenge the balance with it, that's awesome, but give the quad a nice stretch. Slowly release. Everything shakes. Grab a sip of water, and we'll be meeting in our chair. Lay down with your eyes. All right, so take a seat. You'll want to be right at the edge of your chair. So you have space between your back and the back of your chair. Knees are in line with your hips, feet are in line with your knees. We're going to slide our hands down to the knees, give them a little squeeze, massage, all around the kneecap, behind the knee. Kind of pull on those two tendons on the outsides there, push right in between them. And then hold on to the knees, lean back, round and tuck. Stretch out the back. Inhale, lift your heart, sit up tall, lift your hands, look up past. Exhale, mountain. Good, so locate the sides of your chair, maybe some part of where your seat is. We'll be going up and over just like a windmill. So you're gonna use your chair for support. You could also use your thighs. So the chair is gonna allow you to go a little deeper. Find that full extension. Don't forget to breathe. Pick a side and hold. So the same arm that's in the air, extend that foot forward. And reach for the sky. Exhale, reach down, grab your hamstring, pull that knee into your chest, roll your ankle. Make it a deeper stretch by holding the shin and squeezing the leg in tighter. Breathe. And slowly release. Sit up tall, move the neck. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, mountain. Locate the sides of your chair or your thighs and windmill. And make sure you go in the other leg, other arm. So if you were with me, it's gonna be the left arm, reaches and holds. Same arm, same leg, extend the leg forward. Feel the stretch from the wrist down the body into the ankle. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, grab the hamstring, pull it in, give it a squeeze, roll the ankle. Stay here, make it a tighter squeeze. Try to sit into the sit bones, lift the heart, sit up tall. And release. Shake the legs. Step wider than your chair, adjust yourself. We're gonna roll through the hips. So shoulder to opposite knee, then drag it across. Use the legs for support. We're leaning forward, leaning back. Massaging the muscles around the spine one last time. Other direction. Try to make the shoulders move with the breath. Go ahead and go all the way forward and hold. And see if you can touch the ground with one hand. And then maybe switch, or maybe both hands, is up to you. See how it feels in the lower back. Breathe. Your neck can be, or you can relax it. Start to use your upper back to lift you up, unhinge. Bring it up, relax the shoulders, relax the neck. Let the hands rest on the thighs. Let all the blood rush back. Start to soften across the chest and the face. Bring your chin parallel to the floor, and then we'll push it to the outside of one shoulder. And slowly let go. Push the chin to the outside of the other shoulder. And slowly let it go. Heel toe the feet back in so the knees are in line with the hips. We'll extend the arms out, thumbs up. And then turn the palms up to face the sky and drop the thumbs behind you. Grab opposite shoulder or opposite elbows above your head. Move your neck around so that your neck is relaxed, and you can move the elbow behind and forward, left and right, circles. And exhale, mountain. Let the arms start to feel heavy, and you can sink yourself back into your chair if you'd like. You can sit at the edge, you can relax. Your hands on your thighs. You can turn your palms to face the sky. Maybe you can join me by placing your thumb right on your ring fingernail. So your thumb right on your ring fingernail. And just use your thumb to push your ring fingernail down a bit, and the other 3 fingers extend. And feel your shoulders pulling towards the back of your chair, just keeping your chest open. And let your eyes relax. Just lower your gaze or maybe close them. And start to breathe into the bottom of the feet. Lift up all 10 toes, spread them. Inhale, and as you exhale, relax the toes. And feel the heels of the feet pressing into the ground. Check in with the calf muscles and around the knees. Check in with the thighs and the hips. Try to relax the belly and soften the lower back. Let the arms and the shoulders feel heavy. But keep your heart space in your chest lifted and a gentle expansion. Keep space in the front of the throat. Go ahead and lick your lips. Maybe open and close your mouth a few times really wide. Lift and lower the eyebrows and kind of stretch out around the face. And then soften the face and just gently lift as if you were out on a nice sunny day. The sunshine on your face. Just let the breath come in and out through the nose. Breathing on your own, or if you'd like to join me, we'll let out a full exhale. And then inhale, fill the belly, the rib cage, the chest. Hold. Release the air from the chest, the ribs and the belly. Inhale, fill the body. Exhale, release. Smooth and steady, work the deep breath. Letting the mind just focus on the breathing and everything internal. Just finding that connection to the self. Letting the mind be free of thoughts. Few more deep breaths. When you're ready, let the chin come down to the chest. Feel the weight of the head, like gravity pull the forehead towards the floor. Deep breaths into the back of the neck and the shoulders. Go ahead and wiggle the fingers, roll the wrist. And without putting any pressure on the head, if you'd like to just rest your hands, don't press into the head, just rest them on the back of your head to deepen the stretch just a tad. But don't push on the neck. And then our elbows become like wings. Go ahead and flutter your eyes to open them. And then open your wings. So your head rests in your hands as your heart lifts. Take a few breaths here. Hands resting into the head as the head rests into the hands. And slowly release to your mountain pose. Good. Give the hands some movement, and we'll finish our practice with 3 deep breaths. Inhale up. Exhale to heart center. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Sealing everything good that you got from your practice today. The light in me season honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining.